My dad has really taught me how to not get overwhelmed with big decisions. He's definitely one of those guys that I think has never met a stranger. There is no such thing, I think, as small talk with him. He wants to know and he cares, and he definitely makes everyone around him feel like family. I think is definitely the thing that I admire most about him. Again, I always joke with my wife that it was me and my brother. I'm the youngest and kind of the youngest of most of my cousins too. So I knew nothing about raising a kid. So I was going to lean heavily on her to show me what to do anyway. I'm enjoying every day and just making sure that I'm doing everything each day to be the best dad that I can for her. I think the radical mentoring group is great, mimics that great fatherly experience just because there's this group of men that are around you that you can always bounce things off of in that own personal study.
I had a father who, unfortunately, his father growing up was very abusive and was an alcoholic. He was very much the person that, especially growing up at a young age, had to grow up very quickly. He had expectations of who we were going to be. I can see a lot of myself in the ways that he was a disciplinarian. The times where you knew, that's what your father did, so that's what you do, right? So it's a thing that you definitely have to overcome. And we, as men of Christ, need to learn that we need to turn to God for the advice and for the issues that we're going through and stop trying to deal with them on our own. My kids will know exactly who they're supposed to be with or who they're supposed to be every single day of their life, and continue to pass it on and change the way that people see the name that I pass on to each one of them, especially my son, is to pass on that name, and that name to continue and to change the way it's looked at.
So yeah, definitely would recommend any man to join Radical Mentoring, just because you're going to delve into your own personal relationship with your Heavenly Father. You're going to create a smaller community of men in this church, and these are going to be guys that you can rely on in both good and bad times, and just that shared experience and wisdom.
And just know that God is going to be the one that's going to change your situation. So for Radical Mentoring, you're going to get in there with a group of guys. You're going to have a place where you can talk about stuff. You're going to have a place where you can open up about stuff that you can't open up to anybody else. Just know that Radical Mentoring has changed my life. It's changed my family's life. It's changed my kids' life, and it can change your life as well.